Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna, and today we're gonna go through some empties. Girl, I got a lot of skincare. Empties. I finally got to a point where I just used up a bunch of stuff and it all just kind of timed out weirdly together. Anyway, yeah, ton of empties once again. Let's get into it. Before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, let's get into all of my skincare, hair care, and beauty trash. So I'm just gonna kind of just start with what's in front of me and just move through. All right, let's get the big stuff out of the way and the usual culprits. Dr. Teal's foaming bath. What can I say? I love it. I love it so much. I always have like at least 2 of these in empties. We got the Shea Butter Almond Oil, an old favorite, and a newer favorite that I'm enjoying, which is the Ginseng Ginger one here. It's nice. They're both really nice. So yeah, good old foaming bath. Just some plain old Epsom salt. Well, not plain. It's in the Shea Butter Almond Oil fragrance, and well, flavor, fragrance, whatever kind. But yeah, I double up on my Epsom salt because I love it. Big old bottle of Night Panther from Old Spice body wash. I think my husband just bought this one because it was a giant container of it and it was in front of him. Pretty sure that's the only reason he bought this one. But anyways, it smelled nice. We used it. We tear through some body wash in this house. The favorite here, this one from Old Spice. This is the Gentleman's Blend Super Hydration Vanilla Shea Butter. This is our favorite. We both use this one. Like, we have one in the bath, one in the shower. Actually, he's got 2 in the shower right now because he's got a backup. We fight over this one. It is the favorite in the house right here. Super hydrating. Actually, you feel it like moisturize your skin. It lathers nicely. Smells like a warm hug. I love it. It's so nice. It doesn't smell super masculine or like Old Spice either. I want to say Olay had something that smelled exactly like this back in the day. We got a Aussie Miracle Moist conditioner with avocado and jojoba oil. Weirdly, I can use the conditioners and stuff like that from Aussie with no problems, but their stylers, like their mousse and curl creams, gels, anything like that, break me out and make me itch really bad. But their conditioners, I love, and they work fine, and they don't bother me, I think, because I just rinse them out. But like their stylers, I guess because they stay in my hair and touch my skin, they itch me real bad. But anyway, I really like this conditioner. It's a really good, just quick drugstore one that has a lot of slip and hydration to it. It's just a good like staple one that gets the job done, and you don't have to like worry about it, and it's pretty cheap. It's like, I just need some conditioner, and I need to get the tangles out, and my hair is dry. This is one of the ones I like to go for. I tend to go through more conditioner than I do shampoo, so I usually end up buying an extra one of these just to have on hand. And yeah, I really like this one from Aussie. It does a great job. And we'll probably repurchase it when I go through some more of the stuff in my bathroom as just one to have on hand when I need that intense moisture and detangling. So I do have rather dry hair. I used up one of these little hand soaps here from Mrs. Meyer's. This is the Compassion Flower. This one smells so good. It's just a really sweet, nice floral scent. It reminds me of like a perfume or something, or a hair product, something from Sephora, but I can't put my finger on it. It reminds me of something like bougie, something kind of expensive, but it's just, can't bring what it is. It has a really refined fragrance to it. But yeah, it says on the back here that there's a saying in gardening: if a plant doesn't grow well, don't blame the plant, try to understand why. Same with people. Empathy is the key to growing better relationships. We created the Compassion Flower to help spread a little understanding in the world that sure could use it. Seems simple, but like most good things, a kinder, gentler world really can start in your own backyard. Also true. To learn more, visit mrsmeyers.com. I might have to visit mrsmeyers.com to see what they're talking about with this Compassion Flower. did they make a flower, like a hybrid flower, and base the fragrance off of it? But yeah, it says in the front, ever wonder what compassion smells like? This fresh hand soap has a sweet floral notes like the scent of our one-of-a-kind compassion flower. Okay, so I guess they did make an actual flower and based a fragrance on it. A hybrid of a pansy, meaning to think of, and a spreading viola to help grow kindness. It is said that practicing compassion, like washing hands, is always a good habit. Oh, that's so sweet. I like the meaning behind the soap too. It's so thoughtful and it smells amazing. I have a soft spot for pansies anyway. Like, I just love that flower. Really lovely soap right here. If you can find this one, I think they have it at Walmart. It's really nice. It smells very kind of high end, and a lot of their fragrances, they make the cleaning products and the hand soaps in the same scent profiles, and to me they don't have that cleaning household cleaner smell. They smell like Bath and Body or like maybe a Luxe home fragrance. They're just really nice, and it's one of my favorite brands just for like everyday cleaning around the house, because it makes your whole house smell amazing. And they're my favorite for hand soaps as well, because they're pretty accessible, because I can just get them at Walmart, and they come in such lovely fragrances, especially seasonally. The fall fragrances are my favorite, fall winter ones. They're so good, but there's a couple for the spring that I love as well. I used up a micellar water. This is the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. This is the all-in-one waterproof, removes waterproof makeup. This one I like for, stubborn waterproof eyeliner. Days like that. I treat this as like a double cleanse type of thing. I'll use this to kind of break down makeup, then go in and wash my face with my normal face wash. But I've definitely kind of moved away from using the micellar water and relying on it as much since I started really getting into more face balms and makeup removing oils, that kind of thing. But this is a good one if you just need something from the drugstore that they can remove waterproof makeup. You do have to wash your face after this. It will leave oily texture because it is that kind of biphase oil water situation, but it breaks down makeup really well and gets the waterproof stuff off. So this is one that I usually just keep on hand just in case. So we have 3 deodorants. I don't know how this worked out that we used up 3 deodorants at the same time, but we did. And yes, me and my husband do kind of share deodorant because we're married. What's it matter? And we just kind of reach for whatever's on top in the drawer. First is the Gentleman's Blend Coffee and Amber. This is my favorite fragrance from Old Spice. This and the Wilderness fragrance. Oh my goodness. Those 2 are my #1 fragrances. But this one doesn't come in the antiperspirant, just in the deodorant form. And I find this is one that I do have to reapply a little bit more frequently. This is more of a wintertime one when I'm not so sweaty. In the summer, she don't cut it. But just around the house in the winter, if I'm not going to the gym, this one's fine. And it just smells so lovely. It has like some kind of skincare ingredients, I believe, in it, where it's kind of nourishing. I don't know, it feels good on the skin. And yeah, I love this one. I used it quite a bit. The thing is, with it being one that's not gonna be as long lasting, you're gonna go through it quicker, because I would have to apply this one. Whereas with most of the Old Spice deodorants, I can apply them once a day or after I get out of the shower or bath, whatever, and be set for like 24 hours. This one, you gotta apply like every 8 hours, depending. But it's nice, and if you want to avoid the antiperspirant aluminums and all of that, this is a really good option because it is paraben-free, dye-free, and aluminum-free. The summertime and gym times, I just use regular Old Spice deodorant and antiperspirant. So we have Fiji. Not my favorite. It's alright. I don't hate Fiji. Like, yeah, Fiji's good. I'm just tired of Fiji, I think maybe is what it is. But Fiji has a bit of a almost fruity fragrance to it. It's not super duper masculine. I think it's a really nice smell. And I like Fiji. I'm just over it for the time being because I'm kind of burnt out because we have the body wash and this, everything in Fiji for a minute. So yeah, and then we have Timber with sandalwood. This one smells really good. It smells more classic cologne fragrance, a little bit refined. I like it a lot, especially like if you want something a little more on the masculine cologne side. This one's really, really good. It's the nice, sexy man smell. So I enjoy that one. Also on my husband rather than myself. But sometimes I use it too, just because I like the smell of it. I don't mind. I don't know. Sometimes you just want to smell like boy deodorant. I don't know. Is that just me? Dr. Teal's Shea Sugar Scrub. Used up one of those. I don't know where the cap is. I lost that a while ago. This one is shea butter, hemp seed oil, and avocado oil, and cannabis sativa. It smells really nice and kind of fresh. And I like their sugar scrubs. They are very effective, very gritty, and also make your skin feel very moisturized with the oils in it. They feel great. I love them. They don't leave any gritty texture in the bathtub because it's the sugar and it just melts. It will attract ants in your bathroom, so do keep that in mind. You'll get some sugar ants if you leave this open. I learned that the hard way. I think I might try one of the Tree Hut ones next. I hear good things about those, but I haven't seen any fragrances that call to me in the Tree Hut ones. Whereas the Dr. Teal's fragrances are a little bit more up my alley because they're not fruity. Like this one's just kind of fresh. I like anything that's got like a shea butter fragrance to it. Anything warm and toasty, that's where it's at for me. I also used up a candle from Better Homes and Gardens. This is the Salted Coconut Mahogany. Citrus, herbal, wood, coconut, and vanilla scent notes. I don't normally go for anything coconut scented, but this doesn't smell like coconut. It really doesn't. It smells more like a complex vanilla and woodsy fragrance with a bit of sweetness and kind of a cake, almost gourmand hint to it, which I think is what the coconut and vanilla are giving it, mixed with that woodiness. It's really nice. It's a nice kind of more spring summer fragrance, and that's why I have used it up, because we've been using this one these warmer months, because I think this one's just more appropriate for this time of year, or well, we're kind of moving out of summer. It's more appropriate for the summer seasons, in my opinion. And yes, I do keep the containers. I put some hot water, boil some hot water, pour that in there, melt everything, and clean the glass itself and reuse them, because these are very nicely frosted glass. Even though, I mean, it's got lettering on it, you can turn it around and reuse them as candle holders for other candles. But I tend to use them like this. I got lipsticks in this one. They're very, very nice containers, so I definitely repurpose those. The Better Homes and Gardens candle line is so good. It's so good. Seriously, do yourself a favor, go check them out, because they're pretty affordable as far as like a really nice candle goes, and they smell like heaven. They're like Bath and Body Works but better fragrances. I know, they're beautiful. They're very luxurious fragrances, and I love them. And a lot of them have woodsy notes, and that's something I really enjoy. If it's got like woodsy notes, sandalwood, that kind of incensey smell, warm, that's what I like. I just picked up one that was on clearance the other day called Snickerdoodle. That was from, I think, fall last season, and they still had it in my local Walmart, but they had it marked down. So I just got that one. I'm so ready to light that one for this time of year. I'm working through one more of these. It's more of a summer fragrance that's kind of floral, and then we're gonna light up that Snickerdoodle. So I'm gonna put this to the side because I am gonna be getting that wax out of there. But if you ever want to repurpose a candle holder, or like the jar a candle comes in, boil some hot water, pour that in there. The wax will rise to the top, let it cool, pick it up right out of there. You might have to do it a couple of times. Some candles I have to do it more than once with. Some one go and everything comes to the top, and then you can just kind of wipe out any residue and get the little metal bits out. It's a really effective method, and it's a great way to continue to use and repurpose the glass containers, because you can use those for so many things. I use them for organizing all over the house. I literally have them everywhere in the house, in fact. We have got some Dr. Dennis Gross retinol perfectly dosed retinol pads. This is the extra strength 0.5% pure retinol. These are the best retinol products I've ever used. I love them so much. you don't get enough in a pack. I need to put these on auto replenish because I don't do these every day. They're twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week type of thing. So I can stretch out a pack a good while. You get 8 treatments in here for like $60, I believe, but it's so effective. It's so effective. Like, this is the best retinol product I have used that is over the counter and just incredible. It's a little rough pad. You just wipe it around your face and yeah, does a great job. I had 0 irritation. It has tons of ingredients in here to prevent irritation and promote hydration, as well as the retinol and ferulic acid. It's a highly concentrated dose of retinol to visibly reduce lines, wrinkles, smooth and even skin, and prevent new signs of aging. And I found these to be just incredibly effective and wonderful. I cannot wait to get my hands on some more because I'm out currently and I need to reorder them. I need to just do the auto replenish. I need to do it. And I used up a Hydra Boost Hydrating Cleansing Gel from Neutrogena. This is a really nice face wash. It's pretty gentle from the drugstore. Yeah, it's got hyaluronic acid in. It's just a good face wash. Like, I repurchased this a bunch of times because it's easy to get at the drugstore and it's affordable. It doesn't strip my skin, does a decent job. It's just a solid cleanser. And I don't know how many bottles I've gone through of this over the years. It's a good one. All right, we got a dry shampoo here from Moroccan Oil. This is just a little travel size. This was the dry shampoo for light tones. And this is lovely. It's really lovely. The fragrance is so good. I love the way the Moroccan Oil stuff smells. It's my favorite. And what's neat about this one is that it does have a bit of a purple tint to it, if you can see that around the nozzle. So it kind of helps your hair from going too brassy. I know my hair looks super dark right now. It always looks like that when I pull it back because my roots are fairly dark. And yeah, and I have product in, so it looks a lot darker than it is. But I have naturally hair that wants to go very brassy and reddish, and I'm always kind of combating it, trying to bring it into more of a neutral place, if not a little bit more of an ashy place, because that's just what I like. But my hair does not want to cooperate and do that, so it's a battle. And yeah, this though has been great. It's a wonderful little dry shampoo. I think whether you got the light tone one or not, it's effective, it smells good, lightweight, you don't feel it in your hair, it soaks up oil. It's a good one. It's a really good one. Okay, next up we have a Dr. Barbara Sturm Super Anti-Aging Face Cream. This was one of my favorite face creams that I've used in years. Wonderful, wonderful face cream. Very expensive. Do I think it's like super unique and can do something that other face creams can't do? No, but it's very, very nice and clinical and just effective. If it's in your budget, the Dr. Barbara Sturm skincare is just perfection. Her stuff's very clinical, unscented, just like dermatologist straight up skincare. Is it anything like crazy revolutionary? Nah. But yeah, the only downside to the Dr. Barbara Sturm skincare is the price point is pretty up there. It is not La Mer priced, but it is inching towards it. But it is really good skincare, and if it's in your budget, I think you would enjoy it. It's effective, it does what it claims to do, and yeah, it's just more of a, if it fits in your budget kind of thing. I think her skincare is beautiful and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I also used up a serum from her. This is her Super Anti-Aging Serum. This has hyaluronic acid in and a few other ingredients. This great underneath moisturizer during the day, keeps your skin hydrated and happy. This one was wonderful. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. One of the nicest kind of hyaluronic acid type serums that I've used. I've used a lot of those in my day and not all of them have been very impressive. This one was one that was like, oh yeah, this is good. So again, sad to see it go. We do have a little La Mer sample, a couple little La Mer samples here while we're talking about expensive skincare. La Mer skincare is nice. There's no other way for me to put it to you. It's nice skincare. It's good skincare. It's really good skincare. I enjoy it so much when I can get my hands on it, but it is so expensive. So expensive. You do not need to spend that much money on skincare. It's truly just a luxury thing to buy it. It makes you feel good kind of thing, but you don't need it. It's not gonna like change your life or anything. It's just enjoyable products and nice skincare that's got their proprietary broth in. I don't know. Apparently it's really good for eczema, I've heard, and burns and stuff like that. It helps things heal. I don't know, I can't speak to that, but I have used a lot of La Mer like minis in my time, and they've performed great, and I have no complaints other than that price. And you know, one day I might win the lottery. I might be a billionaire, gazillionaire, and I won't tell anybody. But there'll be signs, and the signs will be a fridge full of La Mer. That'll be the signs. Anyway, do I think you need to run out and buy La Mer? Absolutely not. This is their newest launch, I believe, and this is their Moisture Fresh Cream. This is meant to be more of a daytime, lightweight water cream type of product. It's lovely. It's nice. I don't think it particularly is anything to really write home about. I think you can get a water cream or a lightweight moisturizer from a million different brands, and they kind of are all comparable. But it's nice. It's fine. The regenerating serum right here. This is really nice, very hydrating. Everything for La Mer is quite hydrating without being super duper heavy. They do have one cream that's heavier, but everything I've tried has been fairly lightweight. This I find to be very moisturizing and nourishing on the skin. Like, it definitely plumps things up and feels really good, and it does what you want it to do. This one I think is a little bit more impactful on the skin than the lightweight moisturizer. And it's really nice. I would happily have more of this. Misha Time Revolution Retinol Shot Ampule. I tore through this. This went way too fast, but it's a lovely retinol product, and it's fairly affordable. Misha is not too crazy expensive. You can get on Yes Style, and this was a cool product because it arrives to you like super fresh, and it has a water serum in here, and then you twist the bottom and it breaks a thing within and bursts the ampule inside, and you shake it up, and it performed great. I loved it. It was very nice, very lightweight on the skin. I think it did a great job. I used it as a nighttime serum. It's part of my nighttime skincare routine, and it did great. You can get this in a 2-pack with the cream, or you can buy it individually. My only issue is getting it with the 2-pack. You'll go through this way before you go through the cream. Like, it would take 2 of these by the time you went through 1 of the cream. But anyway, it's a lovely product. I would probably repurchase it because the price point's really good. So yeah, really liked it. And speaking of retinols, can you tell I like retinol? I'm all about the anti-aging. This is the Perricone MD High Potency Retinol Recovery Overnight Moisturizer. This is a lovely kind of rich moisturizer, but not super duper heavy. Like, it had a really nice kind of middle ground. I think the packaging is beautiful. I love this brown glass. I'm probably gonna repurpose this because it's just very pretty. I like apothecary looking stuff, and I feel like I could use this for something maybe. I don't know. I've enjoyed everything I've tried from Perricone. I think it's a rather nice brand, and this smelled so good. It had a really nice rose fragrance, and I really like this a lot and would happily use this again. I have a lot of nighttime skincare backups and things that I'm trying to work through right now, but this would definitely be on the list for something that I would repurchase in the future. It was wonderful. Hydrating, effective, did everything that I wanted it to do. It was not something I treat as my main active in the evening. I treat it as just more of a moisturizer, and kind of more is more with the retinol type of thing, because I would use the Dr. Dennis Gross pads or the Time Revolution, something like that. It usually has serum in there. All right, I think that is all the skincare. I do have this Miel Rosemary Oil that I used up. I love this. I put this on my scalp every wash day, work it in there, let it hang out. Kind of treat it like a little hair mask. Sometimes I keep it in overnight. that kind of thing. Do my hair up in an updo like this. It's usually because I have oil in my hair and I'm doing a little treatment on it, but I feel like this has definitely promoted hair growth and helped my hair feel a lot nicer and softer, and just, it's a wonderful scalp treatment and hair treatment, and I thoroughly enjoy it and have repurchased it a many a times now. I swear by the rosemary oil. I think there's something to it, okay? One more skincare thing was hiding from me. This is Colleen Rothschild Moisturizer Extreme Recovery Cream. This is nice. It's a nice, more rich cream, great for nighttime. Do I think it's anything spectacular or crazy that you need to run out and buy? No, it's fine. It's just a fine night cream. I think there are nicer ones like the Perricone one or the Dr. Barbara Sturm night cream. But this is okay. I don't hate it. All right, now we got a little bit of makeup. Marshmallow primer. Finally used this up from NYX. It's a really nice primer. It's definitely moisturizing and kind of has some skincare feel to it while smoothing the skin, and definitely helping longevity of makeup a little bit there, and giving just kind of a bit of a smoother appearance. Not the most pore filling smoothing of them all, but to me it has a nice middle ground of all the things. Like, it's a little bit smoothing, it's hydrating, it helps with longevity, it kind of just does a little bit of everything. It feels really nice on the skin, it smells really good, and like you want to eat it. Like, it has a marshmallow fragrance, and this is made with marshmallow root. It's just a lovely primer. I think it is a little overpriced for what it is. I want to say it comes to like almost like $17 or something. It's a little expensive for a drugstore face primer, because I think e.l.f. has got you covered on the face primers, but this is nice. It is nice. They do sell it in a mini, so if you're interested in it and haven't tried it yet, I recommend just getting the mini and not fooling with the full size, because it's expensive for one thing. Well, expensive for drugstore anyway, and if they got a mini, you just want to try it out, go for the mini. I think NYX sells like all their primers now in mini sizes, so you can try them out and see which one you like best. Personally, if I was going to go from one from NYX, I would go with the Angel Veil of any of them. But close second is the Marshmallow. We've got an Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation from L'Oreal. This is going in the empties because I've made quite the dent in it. It is actually almost gone, but it's also expired, and it has a lot of sunscreen within. It has SPF 50 in it, a lot of it. And what's weird is this is a chemical SPF in here, as well as mineral, it looks like, but it doesn't irritate my skin. The only reason it's starting to make me a little itchy is because it's expired. I love this one. This one was so good. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful on the face. SPF 50, very effective product. I don't think it had ever irritated my skin, even though it does have the chemical SPF in. And it's an SPF 50. I don't get it. Sometimes, most of the time, chemical SPFs bother me. But every now and then, something like this I can use and not have a problem with it. I did get a little itchy last time I used it, but I think it's because it's expired. Because expired SPF will definitely make me itch, whether it's chemical or physical. Learned that the hard way as well. Anyway, I did have some mild itchiness after I used this, and mild irritation, and that was like 2 weeks ago, and I knew better. I knew this was expired and not to do it. I just wanted to revisit it and see what it looked like on the skin again. And I think in the future I am probably going to avoid any foundation that has a high concentration of SPF within, just because of the irritation. I can't risk it anymore. I'm tired of it. And I never know when it's going to happen, even if it's sometimes a mineral one. I'm just going to stick to the SPFs alone with my skincare routine that I know and love and trust. So anyways, this is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. If you don't have any issues with an SPF or anything like that, this one is stunning on the skin. Absolutely stunning. One of my favorites, hands down, as far as like the finish. It's kind of naturally, it's a little bit radiant, but not crazy radiant. And it's moisturizing. It just looks beautiful. It also has kind of a soft focus look at the same time. Look of not enhancing texture or anything while still being radiant and dewy looking. Very nice. Kind of similar to the It Cosmetics Nude Glow, CC Nude Glow. Kind of similar to that, but didn't have any sheen in it. But it's just kind of a dewy, like, moisturizer look. Really pretty. Loved it. Loved it so much. Used up a Maybelline Age Rewind in the brightening pink shade. Again, another product I absolutely love. Like, look at that. I got every little last bit out of there that I could get. This is just the best. This might be my favorite concealer from the drugstore. The finish is just beautiful. It has like a soft matte look to it. It looks perfect on the skin. It's still kind of hydrating. It does everything. It's just everything that I want a concealer to be. And I hate the packaging so very much. It has a stupid little poof on it. Sponge thing. I hate that with a passion. But I love this concealer. Close second is the NYX Fix Stick in its brightening shade. Really nice. Like, really nice. But yeah, I will definitely be repurchasing. I almost repurchased the other day, in fact, and I got the Fix Stick to try out instead. But a good one. From e.l.f. I have got a putty bronzer that I have pretty much used up, and it's gotten kind of dry and stiff on me. Like, yeah, it's definitely kind of dried out. It's time to go. But I love the putty bronzer. I think it was wonderful. This is the shade Tan Lines, I believe, the lightest shade. It was really good. But yeah, I've hit pan just somewhere on the edges here, and it's starting to get that kind of dry feel to it. I don't know. I've had it a long time, and I'm not reaching for it anymore either. So I think it's time to just let it go. But it was a wonderful bronzer. And yeah, if you like putty texture type products, this is really nice. It kind of reminds me a bit of the Patrick Ta bronzer, a little bit like the Beautiful Skin Sun Kissed Glow bronzer. It's nice. It's very nice. And I used up a brow lift from e.l.f. So did I use it up, or is it just... Yeah, I did use it up, and it got kind of weird and cloudy. I don't know. I didn't like the way it looked, so I bought a new one, even though there was a little bit left in there. Next, we have the Valentino perfume in Born to Roma. Just a little sample size. I didn't love it. Didn't love it. It was alright. It's just kind of to me, a very basic smelling perfume. Like, it smells like any other perfume kind of thing. Like, it's just generic perfume scent to me. There was nothing special about this. Didn't hate it. Just there wasn't anything that was like, oh, that's unique. It just smelled very generic, in my opinion. And I got a Makeup Forever little mini lipstick here. This is one of their Artist Rouge creams in C211. It was a really pretty kind of just mauve-y pink color. Your lips but better type of shade. But it's definitely expired. There's a smell coming from this. Oh, there's a smell. And it's not like old lipstick smell. It's a different smell. It's progressed beyond that. That I opened it yesterday because I couldn't remember what the color was. I was like, oh, what's that? And I opened it and got a whiff and absolutely gagged. And I just nearly did again. It is not the crayon old lipstick smell that you typically get. This is a different, just rotten stink coming off of this. So it's got to go. Oh my gosh. All right, and then of course an e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I go through those pretty frequently. Favorite brow pencil from the drugstore. And for Wet Wild, we got a Breakup Proof Waterproof Liquid Liner. I've had this liquid liner so long, like years, and it's finally given out on me and drying up. Wonderful liquid liner from the drugstore though. Super affordable. Really, really good. Really good. Long wearing, pretty water resistant. I like it. And then I got two lip liners here. Two mechanical lip liners. The one from Maybelline. This is a Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner. Lovely formula, except something broke with my cap. And it doesn't lock anymore. And it kind of, I don't know, something broke with the mechanism. Oh, I see. There's a little crack in the lid. I didn't see that. But anyways, the liner dried out. So, yeah. Otherwise, the shade was beautiful. Loved it. What color was this? Almond Rose. It was such a good shade for me. But yeah, these dry out. Don't break your cap. And then I used up this one already. And didn't I just buy this? This is the Revlon Color Stay Longwear Lip Liner in the shade Nude. This is like the perfect lip liner for me. Like perfect shade. But you know what? I used it up in like a month. I don't use lip liner every day or the same one. You guys see how often I use like MAC lip liners, ColourPop. I rarely use up a lip liner. And this one I used up so quickly that I'm not going to repurchase it just because of that. It's a bad investment. I tear through it way too quick. Even though the color is perfect and beautiful and I like the formula, I got lip liners that pretty much look the same that are nowhere near being used up, especially not in a month. I used this up quicker than I used up a brow pencil. Make that make sense. I don't know. All right, that is all my empties for today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I am so very sleepy, you guys. I need a nap. I'm about to take a nap. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below on any of the items we discussed today. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Bye now.